I think we are ready to go to the paint booth. What do you want to do? You just send it or load it up on the trailer?
I say just send it, man. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today is finally the day that we take this 2013 Nissan GTR to the paint booth and get this thing painted. So before we actually start heading to the paint booth, we have to double check everything that we've sanded, make sure all the edges are sanded properly. We do have a few more rock chips that we have to touch up on this side. We touched them up on this side, just gotta sand it. Not a big deal. That red glazing putty covers everything. After we take care of the rock chips, we're gonna double check on both doors and fenders and make sure all the corners and edges are sanded properly. But before we even start our prep work, we're gonna run to the store and pick up all of our supplies.
All right, here at the CarQuest, boys.
Let's go get some paint mixed up. Hopefully we get our paint mixed up today. And also, we're trying to get that gray look on the front
for the
trim. Yeah, so hopefully they can mix that up too. So let's go in there and get our supplies.
You know, the only reason we're over here is because it says that right there, professional paints. We already got some of that. We're gonna tape off the front bumper trim.
Yeah, we got that nice fine line stuff right there.
Yes, sir. And we're about to, what kind of clear do you want to use? Some different stuff clear?
I don't know, we're about to ask him. He's mixing up our paint right now. Hopefully we do maybe nascent or maybe something better. We'll see, we'll talk to the professionals.
The professional, that's right.
We got all of our supplies. We got our paint, our clear coat, our rags, just everything we need. So let's head straight back to the house and get to sanding. So we got all of our supplies. We did get some new products, but we'll go over that a little bit later. But for now, let's do a quick run through so we'll be ready for the paint booth.
Thomas is out here, you know, playing around, not supervising today. I think he got a day off, didn't he?
Yeah, he's on his day off.
Thomas, is it your day off, or he's gonna go out and make sure we sanded everything? But everything is sanded for the most part. He's double checking these edges. Most important, any painter will say that the prep work is the most important part.
Prep work is the most important and the part that takes actually the longest.
Yeah,
you know?
So that's why we're out here making it 100%, you know, double checking everything.
Everything. So whenever we're painting, we don't got to worry about nothing. You know,
yeah,
everything
exactly.
goes down smoothly. So man, I think we're ready. Let's. I think we're gonna pull it outside. Probably give it a nice wash with some Dawn soap to decontaminate everything.
Yeah, Dawn soap is the #1. That's one of the things that we will reveal from our. Show them what we got in that bag right there.
We just got some Dawn soap, the original stuff. You don't want none of the other fancy stuff. Just use the original and a new rag.
A brand new one.
Yeah, brand new one, because we have our old one, but we did use a wax and dry type chemical on a car that is already finished. So we want to get a new one. That way, no waxes, no nothing. So whenever you're painting, you don't get no type of little
basically fish eyes. You can get fish eyes.
Yeah, you can get fish eyes and all that good stuff. Even wax and grease remover won't take that stuff out. So Dawn soap will really clean the car up. This stuff right here works wonders. So let's pull it out and give this thing a nice wash.
Dang, this thing is so low, bro. It looks weird without a lip. All right, so we got her closer to the garage, to the hose there. We're gonna grab this bucket right here and make sure it is super clean, wash it out, because I believe we did use some wax soap in there, so we don't wanna have any residue left behind.
Yep.
So let's do that and give this thing a nice clean Dawn soap wash.
Yep, decontaminate the whole thing.
All right, so we got our bucket of soap and water, and actually we are gonna probably try to work around this open window because we do not have our door panels, and it's just gonna be a lot of work to, I guess, roll them up, and it's still not gonna have that full seal. So we've done this plenty of times before. It doesn't take too much skill, but you just gotta kind of work your way around it.
Yeah, a little bit of water ain't gonna hurt it. So
Exactly.
we're just gonna work our way around it like you said.
Let's do it. Let's get this thing cleaned up and head towards the paint booth. All right, so she is all clean. How the interior withstand that?
Not bad. Just a little bit of water.
A little bit of moisture water there. Threw a towel on that side. But I think we are ready to go to the paint booth. What do you want to do? Just send it or load it up on the trailer?
I say just send it, man. All we gotta do is just throw our headlights in, put 2 hood latches on, and we'll be ready to go. Just make sure that bumper's secure because it's not too far away from here, and we should be good. Dude.
Let's load up all of our stuff into the truck. I'll probably drive the truck with all the supplies, materials, and I'll drive behind you.
Yep,
and we can
behind me, and we should be good, man.
Let's do it. All right, so a few bolts, nuts, clips, and zip ties later, we got this thing ready to go.
We got our mirrors, and also we went ahead and plugged in the headlights. We have our turn signals and everything to be road legal, so we don't get pulled over for no headlights or stuff like that. But we are ready to go, dude.
We're ready to go. We also got all the supplies loaded up inside the truck, all the paint supplies. I'm gonna drive right behind them. And I mean, we got everything, so we're gonna catch you guys probably at the gas station because you need some fuel.
Yep, I do need some fuel.
You need some fuel, so we'll catch you guys there, and then we're gonna head to the paint booth.
Let's do it.
At the gas station, how cold was it? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I got the seat warmers on, so
got seat warmers, got the snow jacket, man.
I feel great, man.
Yeah, we're almost there, about two or three more minutes away, so we're gonna fill her up here with some 93 octane. Did we already run out? Didn't we fill it up one time, or no? We just kind of just put a little bit in.
We put a little bit in there.
Okay.
So I guess just put a little bit more in there, and then we should be good.
All right, so we made it to the pyramid. Check this out, man. Love this booth. Still got the little bit of orange from the Viper. You see that?
Yep. Look at the Viper. Got a little bit of color of everything. Look, a little bit of blue from
Z01.
Z01 or the Mustang.
Probably Z01.
Yep.
But we got the GTR here, safe and sound. Just drove so smoothly. Everything is good.
Oh yeah, it drives like a dream, dude.
Drives like a dream, man. So, what's next?
What's next is probably pop off the front bumper, the headlights, and everything else, and then pull her right in and set everything up and start wrapping it up, you know, in some clear wrap.
Some of you guys are gonna laugh at this, but what do you think it is?
Well, I don't know. What do you?
We actually had to take the intake from the kit car because we don't have one, clearly. The one from the Cobalt didn't work. It was too big, so that one worked perfectly. I think we're good, man. We made it here nice and safe.
Yeah, nice and safe. Drove really good. I'm saying, dude, we just get this thing wrapped up as quick as possible because we don't want to get it too dark, because once it gets dark, it gets cold. We don't really want to paint when it's really cold.
Yeah, exactly. You never want to paint when it's cold. And it's kind of got a little bit of moisture in the air, but since we're not painting like a whole entire car, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, and the paint booth is really nice about that, about moisture. It catches all that, so we should be good, dude.
Yeah, let's pop this front bumper off and set it on that stand right there and get to wrapping.
Alright, so we got it inside the booth. We got the car as far back as possible because we're gonna be painting the front end and this bumper. So this is probably gonna be the best setup for us to paint it as best as possible. Now all we gotta do is make sure everything is dry. We're gonna use an air hose, go around the edges, make sure all the water is out, and then we're gonna start taping.
right, so we got it all taped up. And now the next thing to do is pretty much just wax and grease remove and then go pour up our paint.
Oh yeah, man. Luckily, we're not painting a whole car, man. It took pretty quick compared to what we're used to painting a whole car. So I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully we get to paint this thing perfectly. Probably gonna throw some sealer on this. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna throw some sealer. I'm not gonna use the white sealer like I did on the Dodge Viper. I'm gonna use gray because we are painting black. So everything is gonna be darker and it's gonna look a lot nicer and be easier to cover. So
another thing is when we're gonna be painting the inside of this, are we gonna paint the outside black first or that gray metallic first?
I'm probably gonna paint the black first because I was looking at it and I was thinking what is the easiest way to tape up after, and it would be really difficult to tape up this to paint this the black color.
So paint the outsides first and then we're gonna tape off the outside and then we're gonna paint the inside piece here, pretty much, right?
Pretty much exactly what you said.
So let's get this all wax and grease removed and then we can start painting. All right, so the wax and grease removal process is complete. Now we're gonna show you guys what kind of paint we got. We got some high quality paint this time.
So our new paint is actually Standox. It's a little bit of a higher quality than our normal Nason or Exalta that we use, same as Nason. But anyways, they went ahead and
reduced it pretty much.
Yeah, they went ahead and reduced it for us. Both of these cans.
So they're ready to spray,
Yeah, they're ready to spray. Good thing because the reducers that they sell is like a 5-gallon thing, and what's better than getting it already pre-mixed and buying all that reducer? So we're ready to go. But before we even start spraying, we're gonna go ahead and mix up some sealer and throw it on the front bumper.
So we got 2 coats of sealer right there. We're letting it dry. As soon as we're done spraying the sealer, we do turn on the heaters to kind of speed that process up. Now we're gonna clean up the gun that we used to spray the sealer, and we're using the same gun to spray our base coat. Gotta make sure it's nice and clean, and then we're gonna crack open our paint that's already mixed up and everything. We're just gonna pour it into the gun, go throw some base coats down, and try to blend onto that door, right?
Yep, blend on, make it as good as we possibly can. Hopefully the blend goes really good because I really don't do blends, but I basically know how to blend.
Yeah, you get the basics of it.
Yeah, it's just a basic, super simple. So let me mix some of this paint up, guys, and then we're gonna start throwing our first coat of black. Alright, so we just threw our first coat of base coat. We threw it on the front bumper, about 2 coats on that, and also we went ahead and threw about 2 coats on the primer areas as well. I mixed up some more right here, or not mixed it up, poured in some more. So now we're probably ready to do 1 full coat on everything, on the whole car. You know, we gotta blend it and stuff like that, but we are ready, dude. It's looking good so far. This Standox is a little different, sprays a little bit different, so I'm just being cautious and taking my time on stuff, but we're about ready. We're about ready for the final first major coat. last coat, I made sure to mist everything nicely so everything blends really well. So guys, I'm gonna go clean my gun and start prepping that clear coat gun, and we should be ready to go. Well, never mind. I'm just going too fast. We gotta wait for this to dry to take this
forgot
up.
about that.
So I gotta take this up. Still gotta clean my gun because that dark gray, metallic grayish color goes in the center section.
Yes, sir.
So let's go ahead and start mixing that up. And we let these heaters run right now. Let it warm it up really nicely so everything dries really good before we start throwing tape on that front bumper. So let's go.
All right, guys, so this is probably the longest process so far, taping that bumper up just like that, but we got it done. It's ready to spray. He's mixing up the paint out there. Also, we did cover up the car with an extra tarp because we do not want any metallic flakes or just any overspray to hit this paint right here. So this is not clear coated yet. As soon as we spray this in, probably do like 3 coats of this metallic color, and then we'll untape it and mix up our clear coat and throw clear all over this. Guys, so now it is time to pretty much unwrap this. Hopefully there's no overspray anywhere, but I think we did a pretty good job. So.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good, but that metallic laid down really nicely.
Yes, sir, and it's nice and dry.
Now we just gotta carefully do this because we do not want to fill up any black paint. Not that it will, but you know, it's a precaution that you gotta take while painting.
Alrighty, so the first coat went down pretty dang smooth, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that was probably the best first coat I ever did. Maybe because I'm just doing half a car, but I dialed in the gun really well and it's spraying really good.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna mix up a little bit more, get it ready for our second coat. We're probably gonna do 3 coats and we should be good.
The third and final coat, so we're gonna be right back tomorrow because it is super late. So we're gonna catch you guys tomorrow in the morning. All right, so it is the next day and we were just about to load this car up on the trailer, but it just started pouring on us. And you know we do not have windows, so we're gonna wait it out. And that's gonna be in the next video. We're gonna take this thing home. The paint job turned out pretty dang good. There is a few spots that we may have to buff out, so stay tuned for the next one and see how it turns out. So guys, be sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. Also, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Goon Squad where you can get an inside scoop before YouTube. Also, if you want to support your boys, be sure to visit goonsquad.com and copy some merch. So thank you guys for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments down below and stay tuned and we'll catch you next time. Peace.